Hello, I'm Simon Hoyt. I'm a master's student at Clare studying human evolutionary studies, which is under the division of biological anthropology. Well, I wasn't particularly sure where to choose because I'd never applied to Cambridge before. It was all a bit overwhelming trying to choose different colleges. In the end, it boiled down mostly to graduate colleges. So I knew that the undergrad colleges might be a bit more, I don't know, confined and a bit too traditional, and I don't know, there's too many rules and, you know, little kids running around. And so I looked at the graduate colleges, and then in the end, I don't know, I came and visited Clare Hall in January, and it just felt very relaxed. Everyone was really nice that I met then. And I also saw my house here, Leslie Barnet, and I just thought it looked amazing. It's sort of a choice between the more modern flats over there or the sort of Elm side or the old houses. And I just thought this house was really cool. And I definitely haven't regretted it. It is a great place. It's a great place to think, as they say. Also over here in West Cambridge, it feels like you're in the countryside. It's insane. So often I wake up with my room just up there, and it's like a Saturday and it's nice and sunny, and I open my window, look down on all the flowers and stuff, and I feel like I'm just in the middle of nowhere. And then I can get on my bike and I'm sort of in my department in like 5 minutes, or in town in a few minutes. So it is the best of both worlds. Because before I arrived, I'd only lived in big cities like London and Bristol. And so I wasn't sure how I'll deal with a small town like Cambridge. But I guess because you're so busy all the time and there's so much crammed into such a small area that you're just constantly entertained, or, you know, maybe not entertained in the library, but writing away. So it's a pretty amazing place, yeah. The formal dinners have been absolutely fantastic. They sort of tell you before you come that you know, it's very mixed and non-hierarchical and egalitarian. Everyone's, you know, mingling and chatting and learning from each other. And it sounds quite corny, but it is actually really true. It's actually amazing. And you don't really realise, because you become used to it, but then when you talk to your friends from other colleges, you realise how amazing it actually is. Like I've sat next to the president at several dinners, just chatting about random things. I've talked to loads of fellows about their research, which seems irrelevant at the beginning, but actually several times I've come home and made notes from what they've told me over dinner, just about like their views on my subject or things I could include in my thesis and things. So they've been absolutely amazing, and the food's incredible. What else? The May Ball was absolutely amazing. Thing is, I guess the same with undergrad colleges, but especially here, everyone's very busy, and so you see your friends every now and again, and maybe have time to go to cook a meal or, I don't know, chill out for a bit. But you never really have time to sort of have a good time with them. So the May Ball was great because finally everyone was very relaxed, and also everyone was there, so it was just fantastic to actually properly chat to people finally. So that was absolutely brilliant. We had a barbecue up on Westcourt a few weeks ago. That was brilliant. That was organised by the GSB. And actually there's been some really good GSB parties in the bar, like the beach party, where they got real sand imported, which was fantastic. Whip on your Hawaiian shirt and play some beer pong. Yeah, GSB's been really good in organising stuff. Yes, and we also had the cricket match a few weeks ago, which was fantastic as well. I'm definitely not a cricket fan normally, but who can say no to free cream tea? Well, I've definitely made some amazing friends, and it's incredibly international. I think out of all my friends here, maybe like less than 20% are British, which is amazing because they're all going off back to either they're going off back to their amazing countries and I can go and visit sometime, or they're staying here and I can continue meeting up with them and chatting to them and stuff. And it's amazing just, you know, hearing their different perspective on things, or how their undergrads are different to mine and how they've learned the subject in a different way. And also going over to there to cook food their style, Mexican style or whatever. Been fantastic. So I definitely miss my friends. You're a life member, aren't you? So I'll definitely be exploiting that. So I've got a job with UCL in a research group called Excites, which is Extreme Citizen Science, and they develop participatory mapping with indigenous groups around the world, mostly intertwined with sort of conservation aims. So the project I'm working on is based in Cameroon, and it's working with these indigenous hunter-gatherers. We develop these maps with them, and they're basically on iPads or on phones, and so a lot of these guys are illiterate, so it's basically icons, and they can click on the icons to map the different resources in their territory, in their rainforest. And then they can also report things like illegal logging, illegal poaching, whether they're being abused by game guards and these sorts of things. And normally they have no power, really, political power or anything. So this is a great way to try and empower these groups to actually have a role in deciding what happens to their forest. And also it's a nice sort of collaboration between mainstream Western science and like indigenous knowledge. So the two sort of intertwined to try and both empower these groups and try and stop poaching and things like that. So I'm moving to London mid-August, and before that I'm off to France for 2 weeks to hang out in Toulouse.